What did I not address as well? I felt like I missed a few things. Kodak Black reached out to me. I'm gonna hit him on the phone today, see what he's talking about. What do y'all think about this Kodak Black and Jackboy beef? Like most things, I actually believe that there's merit on both sides. And that's why it's also difficult to judge a situation when the two people were friends. And who knows? I know they're talking crazy about each other, but they might become friends again. I think both of them are kind of saying some shit that might be true. Maybe Jack Boy did beat up Kodak one time when they fought. Who knows? Maybe Kodak ain't really being upfront about like it is interesting timing that the first time we've ever heard about like, hey, the beef with Young Boy started because of Jack Boy is now. It looked like Kodak was riding along. If you the boss, you wouldn't ride along with the beef that your worker or the person who, you know what I mean, that reports to you started, you would squash it. But you roll with it for a while. Now, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's beneficial or whatever, to squash it. Now it's like, okay, let's squash it. It just seems odd. It also seems odd that Kodak is talking about money and all that business stuff online. Also, I'm again, I wouldn't care to know, but Kodak's talking about it personally. He's saying that he missed out on money for Jackboy. And by the way, that's business. So if I sign somebody, don't matter if I sign them for nothing. If later on my influence and whatever, my promotion, blah blah, help them blow up, and then somebody else like Atlantic wants to come in and give them a bag, give them $1 million, I'm owed money off of that. Like nigga, I made the initial investment, even if I signed a nigga for $50, I deserve a percentage off that $1 million. So if Kodak is saying that, cool. But I also think about what label situation did they really have if Kodak has to sue. Usually you never hear the label suing people. You hear Atlantic suing these niggas? No. You hear Rock Nation suing these niggas? No. You hear niggas trying to sue Rock Nation and niggas trying to sue Epic and Interscope and shit like that. You know why? Because it's already written in contracts. It's written in stone. For the most part, if you're signed to a label, nigga, the label collects money on your behalf, then pays you out. They take their cut, then they pay you out. You think these labels are giving the money to the artist, and the artist is like, all right, man, let me break you off this. The artist would never do it. These niggas are doing PPP loans, half of them broke. They would never pay the label. So the label collects all the money. And if you in debt, you don't see no money. And when there's an extra amount of money, they take their cut and they give you the money. That's how it goes. Right? That's why people get paid out by their labels. So if Kodak was in a situation, and let me just start thinking business wise. Let's say Sniper Gang. I'm guessing it's some type of, I don't know if it's a subsidiary or imprint of something, but let's call it a production company. If they sign Jackboy, they should have Jackboy in a contract that says, hey, whatever label, I don't know what label Jackboy is on, whatever label reports to Kodak. So if he's gonna get a advance of $1 million, it comes through the label. They never like I can tell you this as a fact. Atlantic Records don't pay Lil Uzi Vert. They pay DJ Drama and Don Cannon, collectively Generation Now. That's how it goes. Like the label pays whoever. Like this is the music industry. It's a bunch of middlemen and all type of shit going on, right? Like the music industry is almost like a Ponzi scheme in a way. You get me? Like you get pimped out, and then after a while you get pimped out. You find somebody else to pimp out. You get me? And then you try to get out of your pimping. It's the same thing that Meek is trying to do. You know what I mean? Meek found a bunch of new niggas for Dream Chaser Records. He's trying to pimp them. But then while you're trying to pimp people, you realize I bet you were getting pimped. So now he's trying to get out of his contract with MMG. But you know what Rick Ross is saying? Nigga, I'm about to buy a couple more estates, nigga. I need the money. Fuck out of here. But not like he needs money like that, but nigga, I'm not about to let you out because we homies or some shit. No, nigga, it's a deal. So it's confusing to me already that Kodak is saying he didn't get no money from Jackboy, because I'm like, if Sniper Gang was his production company, you collected the money. So what you mean you ain't get no money if you collected it and had to give it to him? So something else is going on. Something else is absolutely going on. But also what happens is most of these dudes, they do fucked up deals. And sometimes it's handshake deals and like verbal agreements. And because at first they don't see no money, but that's the thing. When there's $100, I always say this: nobody minds splitting $100. Let it be 10 million. You'll see how niggas start getting. Like, this is a classic case of an artist. If they get paid $100 to do something, they don't mind giving their manager, who might have made a couple calls, to get $20, right? To get it done. So they give them $20 out of the 100. So they walk away with 80. Their manager gets 20, right? If they get a deal from a label or from anywhere, a shoe company comes with $10 million. Now, that same artist gonna feel a way about paying his manager $2 million. Remember, $100, take the 20. I get 10 million. You feel a way about paying that nigga the $2 million because you think about what you got to do to get it. You're like, damn, I gotta. So you only set up this deal. They wanted me anyway. I gotta wear the shoe. I gotta do all these things, and you get $2 million. Matter of fact, you shouldn't even get anything over 100,000. This is most art. I'm telling you, most artists, when they start making a lot of money, they wish they could cap what the manager makes, because nobody want to split that check. So now when they're making 10 million, they're like, just give that nigga 150,000 or give him 200,000, but $1 million or 2 million, fuck no. That's how it goes. Somebody said, what the fuck am I talking about? This might be over your head. I was talking about literally Jackboy. I'm going to try to break it down again. Jackboy and Kodak Black. Part of their contention, Kodak says he feels unappreciated by Jackboy, and he never got nothing, and Jackboy owes him money. I added to that situation by saying, I'm confused why Kodak would be online saying this if he ran a production company that signed Jackboy. Because most production companies or record labels, and they're trying to have Sniper Gang be a record label or production company, most of those companies, when you sign an artist, the artist never gets the money themselves. The label or the bigger label gives you the money. Like UMG, well now they probably do. UMG never gave Drake the money. They gave Birdman the money. That's how it works. That's why everybody was mad at Birdman. So for Wayne, they ain't give Wayne the money. They give Birdman the money. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it would be odd if Birdman came out later and say, yo, how come I ain't getting no money? Like, you get what I mean? It would be odd. Like, nigga, you collected all the fucking money. What do you mean you ain't getting none? That's the point I was trying to say. They have other points of contention. They're saying that Kodak is on meth. I don't know about that. I could tell you this for true. Kodak Black was in Lucian Grange probably paid Drake directly now. Of course. Probably definitely pays Drake directly now. You know what I mean? And by the way, Drake's just straight on UMG. Like, he got some different deal with them. So now he gets paid, but like YMC and B-Days, he's not getting fucking paid. No, nigga. That money get 5 people to take their cut off the top before Drake get paid. That's a fact. Anyway, back to Kodak. The meth allegations, I don't know. I can tell you this for sure. And I don't know if I wrote this news on here, but earlier this year, Kodak Black silently checked himself into rehab for substance abuse. He checked into Legacy Rehab Facility in in Florida. How do I know? One of the people worked there told me Kodak's there. Number two, because I was a little skeptical, when Kodak first came out, and y'all could go watch the videos, he had a shirt on that said Legacy. That's a rehab center. Kodak was in rehab. I'm telling y'all this is a fact. I don't know what he was in rehab for. I don't know. So meth is a heavy accusation. When I hear meth, I hear people deteriorating. Like, that sounds serious. You get me? Chat, you know I be doing everything. So I would never just throw out. And by the way, when I asked the person who was telling me that Kodak's at this rehab facility, they claimed, and I don't know if anyone that's ever worked at a rehab facility, this is what they told me. They said, we know he's checked in. They have him on a special unit that nobody else sees him really. But also, you have to be his primary care person to see what's either prescribed for him or why he's there. So basically, they were saying, since we not dealing with him, we can't tell what he's here for. And I guess that was their privacy thing. You get me? But also, Kodak was on live talking about popping pills. So maybe he was in there for being addicted to some type of prescription medicine. Also, like, y'all might be like, what the fuck? When in jail and in prisons, to deal with anxiety, to deal with other things, they could prescribe you shit. Who knows? Maybe he got some type of addiction to some type of prescription pill or something of the sort while in jail. And I would think, because he has not gotten in trouble for that, for him going to rehab, maybe something that developed there, and they're not gonna violate you or whatever, violation in terms of like your probation shit. Even though I don't even know if he's like on some supervised shit. They're not gonna mess with you if you had addiction issues that stem from your jail sentence and you're dealing with them in rehab. You get me? But it is disturbing what Jackboy is saying. I don't know if I believe Jackboy is just telling the whole truth, but kind of reminds me that why we don't like seeing brothers fight. They're airing out dirty laundry. I could be honest with you. Like, when I asked Young Boy about the situation with because Young Boy didn't know. He was just shocked by certain shit that was happening. And I was asking, I'm like, yo, bro, what really happened? Like, he confirmed to me. He said, yo, them niggas mad at me over a chick. I don't know. Or maybe not mad at him over a chick. It was like, it's getting kicked off again. Because I think, remember that video? He was like, yo, y'all boys, y'all in jail, whatever. Like, apparently there was a picture of him with some chick that used to fuck Jackboy and Kodak. I don't know what the fuck. But that's why he got kicked off. You get me? It's interesting. Even the toughest street niggas, we're listening to them like, these dudes are killers. They do feel a little bit of type of way when their girlfriends or the girl that they're dealing with goes to deal with another, you know what I mean? Since the history of time, man, women could get the greatest of men to make fatal and almost lethal life-changing decisions because of our ego and also entitlement. Because when you see somebody with a chick that you used to be with, you almost kind of feel like that shouldn't happen because kind of feel like you have some ownership. It's like weird, but like it's just natural. It's natural though. We're human, but we still have a little animal instinct in us.